I spend so much money, especially like on the berries. The berries cost $1 billion. I don't know why that is. And then you put them in the fridge and then you end up throwing away half of them. Those days are gone. Allison Scuddy is here. She's a food expert, an author, longtime shopping channel expert.
Yes, ma'am.
And happy to be on TV with you. And I know you wouldn't come here and bring something unless you love it, because you could represent any product you wanted.
Actually, Progressive was one of the very first companies I ever worked with, and I was always intrigued by them because they make really cool stuff. Can you think of like the salad spinner? And the onion chopper? That's Progressive International. We're based out of Washington State, and we're always making the next thing. This storage set does one thing, and it does it well. That is to store your produce, to save you money for longevity and freshness of your foods. I was talking with the guys at Progressive. They've been around 40 years. They said to me, the #1 question every customer has is, how do you keep your lettuce fresh? We've tried bags, we've tried containers, we've tried things that soak up things, we've tried all kinds of stuff. I want to introduce you to a brand new way, and what's really cool is it tells you on the lid exactly what to do. So as it turns out, leafy greens, what they need is they need ventilation in the refrigerator. Sorry, you can't quite see that, but I'll put this down here. But you need ventilation in the refrigerator. So what we did was on the sides, we have vents, okay? So you're gonna be able to vent this to get the right amount of airflow, but as it turns out, you need a little water in there. So not sitting in, not floating in, not on a little disc, but actually underneath. So the tray comes completely off. You can pour it over, but I just took this out to show you guys, so you can see it better.
So you just put a little water in there so it has moisture, but it's not, the lettuce isn't like lettuce soup. It's not touching the moisture.
Now, with the seal on there, you just press down and it stores right in your fridge, and this lettuce is gonna last you twice as long as this lettuce.
Which is expensive.
And yes.
Which gets gross really fast.
I have never seen one that will hold 2 heads of lettuce. This is huge. This is 5.5 quarts, and you're also getting this one, which is 3 quarts. Now, what about those carrots? What about this white? You know how you buy the carrot, you buy the organic, you get that white part. Okay, so turns out on the top, if you look, carrots likes water, but no venting. So let's put some water in the base of our carrots. Oh, Todd already did that for me. And then put this on here, and now I'm gonna have no white.
No, oh, that's
honestly,
so cool.
It's so smart, because here's the other thing. I love smoothies, but I cannot, I'm really bad at cutting everything every day. I won't do it.
You're gonna prep once a week and that's it, but then by the end of the week, it's all mushy and gross.
Exactly, so when you have this, all of your fruits can sit in there, and when you lift it up, what's underneath is all the icky part that this would be sitting in. Take a look at that. If I could have one of these paper towels, I just want to show you this. This is the type, this is what your food is sitting in, and this is why that fruit salad that you just spent $6 for at the store gets yucky. You don't want this, do you? No. I mean, this is the way you're gonna work with Progressive, just like this, where it goes in here, and this is going to stay fresh. So each day, you just open it up, dump it out. When you want fresh fruit, you want your kids to grab fruit instead of chips, this is the way.
So I see that it's like a little different for each thing. I like that the instructions are right on top of each and every lid. Because then that way, I'm like, okay, what do I do for grapes? Is it different than I do for carrots? What do I do for celery? So, and that's how you do it. At $29.95, I can tell you 1/3 of the quantity that we already brought in is already sold out. This is, I think, the second presentation.
We had the first.
Oh, this is the first?
We had just reachthesend.com. Guy, and it sold out immediately. And this is our next time back. We just finally got it back in, because here's the thing too, herbs. Herbs, you can put all these in together. Look, I have my Italian parsley, my cilantro, my regular parsley. I've got them loaded in here. This is great for people with gardens. Other companies say, okay, do this, go ahead and pour the water on there and let it go. And then what you can do is you can drain that out. Okay, how they drain it out? You have to take everything out and dump it out. No, no, no. It's underneath, guys. It's right there. So when you drain, it's easy peasy to drain. Also, what about this? Because of it on the bottom, it's your strainer.
So you can use it as a colander.
Absolutely. Take it straight to the sink, wash your fruits, wash your veggies, your lettuces, let it drain right there. Give it a little shaky shake, put it on.
So you can wash in it, store in it, and then everything lasts longer. So think about how much money you have thrown away by buying these. I mean, I look at these berries. I love raspberries, but they are so expensive in these little teeny packages. And you know, you don't eat like a bag, you know, all at once. And by the second day, they're gross.
They are gross, and you're right. They're very expensive. And berries like dry, dry, and dry.
Yes.
So they don't want anything. Now, here's the thing. You want to vent this open. Here's the little vent. These vents, incidentally, I read a review and it said someone's vent came off. They pop back on.
Oh, yeah.
If it comes off, don't say, oh, it's broken. No, it's not. It pops right back on. So there's the vent. Here's the vent. Lid on, and I love this too. It's got a silicone seal, but there's not like clamps and claps and all that. You just set it there. You can feel the resistance. Push it right down. It's safe, it's secure. And then two, remember you get the two, these store right in the fridge. This one goes right into, of course, your drawer, but you can set these down, take them on a cooler with you.
They'll nest on top of each other. Also dishwasher safe.
Yes.
And this configuration is exclusive to us at HSN.
Yes.
This is something that I guess a third of the quantity went from just being on hsn.com. So I know the first time we had them, they sold out. So we just got them back in stock. First time back, you guys watching are the first, you know, new year, new you, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna eat healthier? When you buy that produce, do you want it to last and be ready for you and be fresh when you reach for it? Of course you do. And for $29.95, in the first month, it'll pay for itself by not throwing away your produce.
Well, I mean, the lettuces alone. The lettuces are expensive. Produce is expensive. But here's the thing, we're all busy. And I mean, I remember my grandmother would get something out. It was very idealistic. Wash the whole thing, trim it all up, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. And that's the thing. I can be lazy if it's gonna take a long time. If everything is washed and prepped, there is no reason for me not to grab grapes, you know, instead of something bad for me.
Oh, exactly.
Now also, this makes a really nice bread container. You can keep your breads on the countertop in this as well. That's just another little side tip. You don't have to, but
but you can also use it as your colander. And and I like that right on the front. I know it's kind of hard to see on TV, but all the instructions are right here. So if you're like, okay, this is what I'm buying, asparagus. Okay, does it need water? Doesn't it? Here, you know, again, cucumbers, water or no water. It's just like a little check mark, so you know, do I put water in this little gray tray or don't I? Do I vent it or don't I? Those are the only things you need to know. And I guess probably after the first month or two, you wouldn't even have to read this. You will know already, but you're not gonna have to look for, now where is that instruction manual? Over in the other room, in that top drawer? No, it's right on the top of the lid. This is flying out the door, very popular.
That's because, you know, sometimes things are great that do a million things.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just want something that does one thing good and does it really, really well. And you're gonna have it a long time. And that's what Progressive is all about. Where, you know, no, you're not gonna do a million things in this, but you are gonna keep your fruit and vegetables fresh longer. The color is retention. You don't have that mold. You don't have that mildew. And I do love that it's a colander. I do love that I can take this and I say, ooh, this just looks, maybe it's starting to look just a hair dry. I can just freshen it up a bit like this, take it out, and then I can drain it in my sink, drain it in the bottom. And I love that. I mean, there's your colander, guys. So right there, why have another step? Put the berries in there. I mean, if you're the soccer mom and you're taking stuff, I mean, have it all pre-prepped. The oranges, if you went ahead and cut these oranges up and put them in a baggie, okay, first of all, they'd be slimy. They'd be sitting in that juice. Not mine. There's my yucky juice. And
by the way,
fresh fruits.
That's all the time we have, but keep shopping for this. Over, okay, now 1,400 have been ordered. It's flying out the door.
Thank you so much.
674-705. Allison will be bringing us more amazing products in the kitchen. We will look forward to that for sure. What a great product. And boy, love saving money and having the perfect food ready for you when you want it. All right, we're gonna take a little break, and when we come back, we have got a deal on a blood pressure monitor for the new year and the new healthy you.